You're watching this video right now simply because of two things. One, you may want to succeed financially, but it's just not how you were raised. Or two, you want your future kids to adapt to what you're about to learn today. Whatever the reason is, you will surely get something after watching this video. Today, we'll talk about the 7 things that wealthy people teach their children that poor people don't. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our future updates. Plus, it helps us spread the Thrive Wise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's get started. Number 1. How much is a dollar worth? If you grew up in a poor family, you will most likely know that any talk about money is one of the most uncomfortable topics to deal with. When the subject of money comes up, you can see that people at home feel uncomfortable. Rich families are the opposite. People in rich families are usually more willing to talk about money and share their opinions. One thing the rich teach their kids that the poor don't is how much a dollar is worth. So, what does this mean? Do rich people teach their children currency exchange rate stuff? Well, it's a bit more different. When rich people teach their kids how much a dollar is worth, they are teaching them how to earn, manage, and value money from a very young age. This will help them learn the basics they need to know to be good with money. One example, rich parents introduce money to their children in terms of a reward system. What does this mean? Most kids don't know that people have to work for money before they can have it, simply because their parents give them everything they need. Rich people avoid this wrong way of thinking by setting tasks for their kids to do so they can earn by themselves. For example, they might give their kids a certain amount of money for some chores they can do. Let's say the child gets $3 for doing the dishes. As the kid gets older and the chores get more harder, this amount usually goes up. As a parent, it's like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. You get to teach your kids the basic life skills that they need, and at the same time, you teach them the value of money. This technique will show them that there's no easy money and you have to work hard for it. The rich also teach their kids the value of money by showing them the benefits of saving money. They also teach their kids how to draw a fine line between what their needs are and their wants. Number 2. Talk about what they want to be when they grow up. If you grew up in a poor family, you may have seen your parents worry about everything, especially when it comes to money. They are afraid that the creditor will call, demanding their money back, or the possibility that they will lose their job. Maybe even the stock market crashing and all of their investments go to waste. Watching them as you grow up is a lesson in and of itself, and this can give kids the wrong ideas about money. This is not the case for rich people. Instead, they teach their kids to open up and ask for what they want. For example, they allow their children to listen to their sales calls or when they're making a transaction with other people. In this way, their kids might start to learn how important it is to ask for what they want. The poor may instill in their children's minds that speaking up or asking for what they want is an act of being rebellious or just stubbornness. Rich parents don't think like this. Their principle is that for you to get it, you must ask for it first. Speak up your mind. That's why it's usually easier for a rich kid to stand up in front of a crowd and give a speech or ask for what they want. Another example is that rich people ask their children about their goals and aspirations in life. Rich people want to make their children feel that money is not an issue and that they are supportive of whatever their children want to pursue. Voicing out what they want will help them to know that the person they are talking to is a person just like them, and that they don't need to be afraid. By doing so, not only will it teach your children financial matters, but it will also help build their confidence and self-esteem. Number 3. Teach them how to build connections. One thing that rich people depend on is their relationships. They value relationships a lot, and they have learned how to build strong connections by making people feel important and giving them something of value. They teach their kids that being wealthy is more than just having money. They teach their kids from a young age the importance of connecting with others. The rich live by the saying, "Tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are." So when they go out for parties or meetings, their kids can see how they get along with others and how they make friends with important and influential people. Also, aside from bringing their children to important events with them, they introduce them to their friends. And the kids can see how their parents act and they learn from that, telling them that the people they hang out with will affect how their lives turn out. By now, you may have realized that these tips are not all about numbers and formulas. It's more on how you introduce financial matters to your kids in a way that it will hone their skills and characteristics. What's your favorite tip so far? Comment it down below and we would love to hear from you. Now, going back. Number 4. Know how to solve problems. You might think that rich parents will always give their child whatever they want since they can afford it. But no, rich people teach their kids that they can't always get what they want unless they work hard for it. They teach their kids that if they want to become rich, they need to be able to solve problems. We will use the example we discussed earlier, number 1. Rich parents might ask their kids to do chores around the house and pay them for it. The kids will usually do it because they'll get something out of it, and they'll soon learn that in order to get something, you have to give something first. Rich kids usually learn these lessons quickly because they see their parents doing the exact same things. Most rich people get rich by solving problems for other people. They like to explore what bothers people or what they need and offer solutions for it. Some get rich by solving transportation problems, others by solving food problems, or even by solving security problems. In any case, the rich make money by solving problems, and they teach their kids to do the same. For example, Elon Musk found out that some people want to put their money in an electronic wallet. He then co-founded the electronic payment firm PayPal, which is now known to store and transfer money online. Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook brings people together, and by meeting this need, he is making a lot of money. The rich teach their kids not only how important it is to solve problems, but also that the bigger the problem is you solve for other people, the more money you'll make. If you solve a problem that most people can solve, you might not get paid as much as someone who solves a problem who only few people can solve. Number 5. The journey will be 10 times easier if you love what you do. Rich parents show their kids how important it is to love what you do. They know that this is the most important thing in the world. They watch their kids from the time they were babies and learn what they naturally like to do. They help their kids improve the skills they show early on, which makes it easier for the kids to do what they love. They show their kids how their job affects every part of their lives and why they need to be careful about the paths they choose. They also teach their kids that it's hard to spend time doing the things they're not interested in. On the other hand, poor kids learn from their parents that they have to do whatever they can to get by. They end up taking jobs that they don't like and don't do as well as they could. Most people that work but can't wait to get home belong to this group. They only do it because it helps them pay their bills. It helps them to get through the day. They don't do it because they enjoy it. Rich parents teach their kids that going to work every day should be fun. They also teach them how to choose a job that will make them happy, since this is the key to making money and at the same time, being happy even at work. Number 6. Most of your problems will be solved by money. When it comes to talking about money with their kids, rich parents don't hide the truth. They don't act like money doesn't matter. In fact, they treat it as the answer to most problems. While the rich do this, poor kids grow up in homes that say money is the root of all evil. A poor kid thinks that money is bad, and if something is bad, we tend to stay away from these things. So they kinda think money is dangerous. However, things will be easier for rich kids who think money is important to make more money. Money won't make you happy, but it can certainly help you buy the things that will. Rich people know how valuable and important money is. Most of the problems that poor people have today have to do with money, but they find it hard to accept that money can solve most of their problems. Money doesn't just help you buy what you need, it also helps you make more money. To start a business or make an investment, you need money. Rich people teach their children these things and make them learn about money from a young age. Number 7. How to get from no to yes. Most rich people know what they want and how to get it. They've learned how to turn a no into a yes So it's not surprising that most of them are wealthy. They know that people say no because you haven't given them enough reasons to say yes. They know how to be convincing and how to use that to sell something to someone else. They start teaching these lessons by saying no to their kids' requests until they can give them a good reason. For instance, if a rich kid needs a certain amount of money to buy something, his or her parents may ask the kid to convince them to give the money. This might help the child to think how to justify his or her request. Over time, they learn to improve their sales and persuasion skills to get more yes answers than no answers. Rich people also teach their kids how to handle being turned down. According to rich people, if someone rejects them, it's because they don't know how valuable they are. But that doesn't make them less valuable. They show them how to make other people see the same value in what they have to offer as they do. What rich and poor parents teach their kids about money affects how well they do in life. This video showed you 7 things that wealthy parents teach their kids that poor parents don't. We hope you learned something from it. Oh, and by the way, what video would you like to see next? Comment it down below. Click the subscribe button to see more videos on how to thrive wisely. Thanks for watching.